Transportation is a fundamental part of our daily lives. But have you ever stopped to think about its environmental impact? From the cars we drive to the planes we fly, every mode of transportation leaves a footprint on our planet. Let's dive into this topic and unravel the complexities of how our travel choices affect the environment. First, let's talk about cars. In the United States, there are over 270 million registered vehicles. That's a staggering number. Each car emits carbon dioxide, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. In fact, transportation accounts for nearly 29% of total greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. alone. The average passenger vehicle emits about 4.6 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. That's like driving around with a small elephant in your back seat, constantly adding to the burden of climate change. Now consider the rise of electric vehicles. They're often touted as the solution to our transportation woes. While they do produce zero tailpipe emissions, we must also consider the environmental impact of battery production and the electricity used to charge them. If that electricity comes from fossil fuels, the benefits can be significantly diminished. It's a complex web of trade-offs, and we need to be mindful of the entire life cycle of these vehicles. Then there are buses and trains, which can be more efficient alternatives. Public transportation can reduce the number of cars on the road, leading to lower emissions per passenger. A full bus can take dozens of cars off the street, which is a win for both traffic congestion and the environment. Trains, especially electric ones, can also be a greener option, particularly when powered by renewable energy sources. Now let's take to the skies. Air travel is one of the most carbon-intensive activities we can engage in. A single round-trip flight from New York to Los Angeles can produce as much carbon dioxide as the average person does in an entire year. Airlines are making strides in efficiency, but the reality is that flying is still a significant contributor to climate change. The aviation industry is exploring sustainable aviation fuels and more efficient aircraft designs, but we're still a long way from a truly green flight. And let's not forget about shipping. The maritime industry is responsible for about 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Large cargo ships, while efficient in moving goods, burn heavy fuel oil that releases sulfur oxides and other pollutants into the atmosphere. There's ongoing research into cleaner fuels and technologies, but the transition is slow. So, what can we do? We can start by making conscious choices about how we travel. Carpooling, using public transport, biking, or walking for short distances can make a difference. When flying is necessary, consider direct flights, as takeoffs and landings are the most fuel-intensive parts of a journey. Supporting policies that promote sustainable transportation infrastructure is also crucial. In the end, our transportation choices matter. Each decision we make has the potential to either contribute to the problem or be part of the solution. By being more aware of the environmental impact of our travel, we can all play a role in creating a more sustainable future. It's about finding balance and making informed choices that benefit not just ourselves, but the planet as a whole.